Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you a neat idea that my daughter showed me yesterday. And this is a tea light candle, a tea light burner, I'm sorry. That was $1 at the Dollar Tree. You see this all the time. Pine cones I get every year. I've been doing this for many years. I grab rubber gloves, a plastic bag. I go to the park and I just stuff it up with pine cones and I bring it home. I save leftover wax, and what I do is I put them in molding uh, dishes, and once I take them out, sometimes I'll put them in there, let them melt, or I'll use them for candles. This is a little bottle here. There's the cover right there. This is pumpkin spice candle oil, scented oil, which you can get for $2 and up. They range different prices at the craft store. And what I did was I added a few drops in there, and you want it to burn and linger for a little while so you know how strong your pine cones are going to smell, because it could become overwhelming. The smell could be extremely strong where it could make you sick. Now, this is oil that you burn, but you do not add in candles, because this could create a fire. So there's a big difference between candle wax, scented oil, candle wax, and scented oil. This is burning oil. This is candle wax oil. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful. You can do your pine cones in this without burning it. You would have to have your pine cones sitting in it and then drying out, but it could create mold as well. So you have to be careful. But here's the deal. I'm going to show you something very easy. I did have tweezers, but I can't find it, but I have chopsticks here, which is fine. Now, do you see the brown on here on this pine cone? Let me see here. Do you see the glaze on it, like the tips, all brown, where I'm touching it? Over here, let me see. Yeah, you can see all the light brown at the tips of the pine cone. Well, I'm going to show you what it is. Let your wax get nice and hot once you add the fragrance in there. Dunk your pine cone in. But before you do that, I forgot to tell you, you have to wash your pine cones, because sometimes parasites like to hide in pine cones. And what you do is you let your pine cones soak in hot water for about 3 hours. And this way it kills anything and drowns any dead parasites. Lay wax paper down on a cookie sheet. Put your oven on 350, and you can leave your pine cones in the oven between an hour to 3 hours, depending on how long it takes to open up your pine cone. Now, sometimes you find pine cones that are open, like this. Once they hit water, they close. But once you heat it up in the oven, they'll reopen again. Now, if you find them closed, once you wash them and put them in the oven, they will open up. But what this does is the wax settles on this and hardens, and it leaves the fragrance, and it leaves the fragrance on the pine cone, and it turns out like what you see here, glossy, shiny, glazy. Like this pine cone's nice and glossy. The tips on here, I love it. So I had company, and right away they were like, "Oh, I love the smell. The house smells so good." And then it took me a little while to figure out why, because I had a few things going on, and I was cooking, and come to find out it was the pine cones. And this is a great idea. My daughter showed me, and nothing like the smell of lingering a fall of pumpkin scented pine cones. And it's even better around the holidays, like Christmas, when you have pine smell on them. Oh, it smells beautiful. You can add glitter on these. I do it every year around Christmas time. You could dip it in the wax, pull it aside right away like that, and then add the glitter, and it'll harden up on there. But yeah. And then you put them in a dish, and they'll just carry a smell for a long time. Like, you're going to make sure your oil, your candle wax is nice and hot, because if not, it'll leave clumps of wax like that on the pine cone, and it won't look so pretty. You don't want clumps of wax. You want it to have like, almost like when you varnish your floors, you have a glossy look. Or even like lip gloss. If you're wearing lip gloss, that shiny look. But you don't want a whole bunch of wax clumped up on a pine cone like what you see right there. You just want it to have a glossy look like this. That's why it's important to have this nice and hot. Okay? So, again, you can lay this in any room of the house, the bathroom, your kitchen table, anywhere, and it'll leave a wonderful fragrance. And, again, to those that don't like the smell of cinnamon or pumpkin, they come in so many scents, it's just unbelievable. And this is all with leftover wax that I use from leftover candles. That's it. And I go buy oil that runs from $2 and up. So I hope this was helpful. If you try this, I'd like to know what you think. And if you find a scent that you think is amazing, I'd like to know about it because I'd possibly like to try it myself. Okay? And as you see, it's a little tea light down there that heats up the wax. So, yeah, it's pretty easy. You got your own wax. Get this at the Dollar Tree. You pick your own pine cones. All you got to do is buy this for $2 at the craft store. So I hope this was helpful, and happy harvest, my friends. Have a good day. Bye.